So, some people have the idea that it's really difficult to do hypnosis. See, one of the things that I think, but, I'm sort of known to be a space cadet from time to time anyway, I think it's sort of difficult not to do hypnosis. I've always thought about it the other way. So when I go to the conventions, it's typically one of the things that happens is I'll give some kind of a talk somewhere or another, and what it boils down to is you guys are all working so hard to wondering, especially new hypnosis students, they're like, how do I get this person to go under? And I'm like, under what exactly? Where do you suppose that comes from? Where does that phrase come from? What does that, huh? Under the influence, or under your spell, or under, oh my goodness. No wonder, no wonder there's so much baggage because of the very language, that we use about it. I'm actually just wondering who is going to find their way up to sit in this chair for something that will be very brief, a real simple demonstration. Have you already decided? Well, then come on. I'm glad that you said that because I was going to get forceful, because I wonder which Debbie it's going to be, and it just wasn't necessary. Oh, isn't that lovely? It's a nice screensaver in front of us as well. So, well, there's a couple of things that I would like to point out to you, love. First of all, you are a great hypnotic subject. You are totally resourceful, and you can change easily and timely. But that's not what we're here for right now. I'm wondering, first of all, would you like to go into hypnosis?
Yes.
Would you? I mean, would you? I mean, no is an answer. Yeah, am I not already? Yeah. What do you mean go? Right? Yeah. So, would you like to go further into hypnosis? And that's really a great place to start the dialogue. If I say, would you like to go into hypnosis, and they have said yes, we have a contract, don't we? Already. There has been an agreement. They say, oh, this dialogue is about that. And I didn't say, would you like me to put you in hypnosis or to put you under or anything. I've simply said, is that somewhere you'd be interested in going? I think that's a nice place to start. But the truth of the matter is, because you already have had that experience anyway, I'm wondering, as you sit there in that chair right now, and of course we have no particular agenda, right, with regard to, I'm not doing therapy with you or, or anything like that. It's just simply to explore, the experience of hypnosis. And one thing that is associated with hypnosis is this idea of relaxation. As we said, there are certainly counterexamples, but I'm not going to put her on a roller coaster, or we're not going to watch a Stephen King movie, or do any sports or anything like that. Competitive hypnotism, I think, is an interesting idea, by the way. Who can go deeper and farther and faster, But here's what I wonder, because that's our intention, is just to develop a nice, pleasant trance for a moment, and it's only going to be for a minute. That's a simple demonstration. As you sit in that chair right now, there are a number of things you can be aware of, right? You could be aware of any number of things. You could be aware, for example, of the sound of my voice. You could be aware, pardon me, of the place where your feet make contact with the floor. You can be aware of your back against the back of the chair, the place where your hands touch one another, right? There are all those things, because attention moves from one thing to another. But I wonder if you'd be willing for a moment to just let yourself become aware of how comfortable you are already in that chair. That is, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being deeply comfortable and relaxed, and 1, being kind of uptight. And wherever you are is just right. But and it's purely subjective, of course. But if you were to give it a number, so 10 being way, way, way relaxed, and 1 being not relaxed at all, how comfortable are you now? And take a moment. About an 8. So right now, as you sit in the chair, as you listen to me talking to you, you're at about an 8. And I wonder, would you like to discover how you could move that just a little bit? That is, how you could take that 8, for example, and make it a 9. Then go ahead. Just make that discovery. Whether it's that's right, the change in the breathing, or the settling down. You can discover how to turn an 8 into a 9. Can you? And you could discover how to turn a 9 into a 9.5, for instance. And when you've made that discovery, just enjoy the experience for a moment. Memorize that experience, knowing that you can always return there whenever you want to. Now or in the future. It's nice to discover that you have skills, abilities, naturally. And then when you're ready, you can let yourself be aware of your friends and associates that are gathered around here in the room, and that's right, bring yourself back up to the surface of wakeful awareness. And so did you find a 9? You got 10. Nice. So, and the interesting, so what was the suggestion that I gave her? What did I do to her? I said, would you like to discover how you can do that? She said yes, and I said, then go ahead. Because it was an invitation for her to make a discovery about how she can do something. Not an invitation for me to do something to her. Not for me to say, sit there and feel the wave that's about, that's about to come over you. Now, if I wanted to participate, because I'd like to think that hypnosis is a relationship and it's participatory. So there are things certainly that I could have added, and I did add some things. I paced her experience in the chair, and I could have assisted her with closing her eyes by something as simple as a hand pass, or I could have said, you might want to take a nice gentle breath and close your eyes and notice how you can settle into an even deeper state. But I really wanted you to see just how easily, by simply extending the invitation, she can do that all by herself. And then consider how if I were to add something to it, then it's coupled with that, it becomes even more powerful. But nice to know that your client can do those things. And if you start out with the understanding that this person in front of me is a great hypnotic subject, and is totally resourceful and can change easily, then it's available. So thank you, Debbie. That's all we need.